Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all as we find out whether invisible ink is worth your time. The short answer is yes, if you enjoy gameplay that rewards tactics, caution, and patience. The long answer, the rest of this video. So, invisible ink then, the closest game that I can immediately off the bat refer to is XCOM. There is a lot of similarities to be drawn, and all of them positive. I loved XCOM as a game, and this game giving me good vibes of it, well, that's what I like to see. So we're going to load in to
contact with Monster. His network picked up the attack just before.
Greetings. I don't often perform transactions face to face, but Gladstone is an old.
Thank you, Monster. If we find their central server, we.
Okay, so before I was so rudely interrupted by those just buffoons, as I was saying, lot of good XCOM similarities to be drawn here. It is a tactical, turn-based game that can be brutally difficult, that really rewards strategy and you planning out how you're going to do things. The woman that you just saw is basically your main NPC guiding you through your journey through the campaign. She gives you pointers, tell you what's up. She's very much your story go-to. The story is serviceable, nothing crazy, but you are definitely here for the gameplay. Monster is a contact who will sell you things later throughout the game that you can spend some of your money on. And the thing about Monster is, while I think he's a cool, mysterious hacker individual, he's called Monster, so all I can think of that he's a walking sentient energy drink, but that's by the by. So then, this is your main overscreen where you can see the globe, and from here you select your missions. You're not restricted in the order that you do them. Basically, you're an agency that has been rooted out by various organizations, and you're now on the run in an airplane, just you, that lady, and a few agents, and you've got to try and, you know, make things right. A good old classic tale in that way. So I'm going to choose to do one of these missions at random. Let's go to Straya and see what we can't do there.
Protocols to prevent unlicensed fabrications. The fabricator at this location has been compromised, so we'll be able to construct a wider range of items.
Indeed. So what we're going to be doing here is basically unlocking more stuff for us to use on missions in order to better do missions. It's a very much a slow progress, get better and better both in equipment and skill-wise, and you get more and more towards endgame as things get more and more difficult. So here we are actually in-game then with my two agents. You unlock more agents as you go through the game, and you can choose which ones you like, play to their strengths. Agents start off as particularly good with things, but you can upgrade it later, as we'll see when we complete the mission. So, our mission objectives then, we have to access the nanofab and acquire any gear and upgrades and items that we want to take with us to make future missions that much easier and more successful. So it's kind of basically a resource gathering endeavor for us here. Vestibule! And of course get out alive, because really, what's a mission with dead agents? I'll tell you, nothing. And we have Decker and International. I love that she's called International. Like, really? Her parents were like, oh, darling, look at our sweet newborn babe. Let's call her International. Really? Really, you want... Okay, I want a divorce. This is the last straw. So now that we are on our map floor then, we can go to a much easier view, which is what I like to call the tactical view. It lets you see where actually we can get a move on to and begin exploring. So you don't get that many tips. I'm on a difficulty where I get a little bit of help because I'm still new to the game, but you can go to really brutal, punishing difficulties where one wrong decision can get an agent killed and you ain't getting them back. So if we move over to this door here and have a peek round, this is seeming fairly safe. Peeking is going to be one of your main buttons that you're pressing regularly. It is always smart to have a quick look through an area, around a corner, through a door, before blundering in, because if you end up in the middle of a set of guards who are now pointing guns at your face, you're going to rapidly regret it. And currently, through the missions I've done, I've kind of stepped on two main tactics. Keep your agents together so they can support each other or divide and conquer, and I've kind of favoured the divide and conquer route as it currently stands. So I am out of AP, which is your action points, how many squares you can move, how many consoles you can hack, guards made unconscious, the actions that you can take. A fairly simple system. Just by telling you its action points, you probably know what's up. So we end our turn, and then the enemies have a go. So like XCOM, you kind of get to hear their footsteps, and you don't always see them, but you know that they're around and moving, and you've got to plan around that and put your agents in good positions to safely press the end turn button. So what I'm going to do with him then is move next to our friend here, and we're going to KO him. KOing a guard, which can be done on non-heavily armored ones, basically makes them out of action for 3 turns. Unless I leave this agent on top of his body, in which case he's going to be out of action for as long as I need, because as you can see, he's pinned down, but that's not very useful for me right now, because I don't want to just leave him there camping that poor guy. Just every time he wakes up, damn it, man, just please let me go. No, stay unconscious this time. Just hours of waking up and being punched in the face by this overzealous agent. It's a cruel world. So I am going to leave him there, and I'm also going to steal from him, so we get a bit of money, we get his security chip, which is going to be quite useful. Now in the top right, you can see the security level. This is a mechanic I really like, and it adds a very nice amount of pressure to what you're doing, because every single turn, this is going to fill, and he gets to security level 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth, and basically, all it comes down to is, the longer you take to do a mission, the harder the mission's going to get. So at security level 1, more cameras come online. At 2, maybe more guards get released. At 3, maybe better guards. Maybe they're more alert. And basically, horrible things happen. And if you let your agents be seen by a guard, by a camera, this security level bumps up all the way in one go, instead of very slowly and progressively as you're seeing it go. So I love it. It's probably my favourite mechanic in the game. This very subtle, constant, aware time pressure that you're feeling to get the mission done. And as this is a game that rewards patience and tactics, that does not complement feeling rushed with the security level. So it's a nice little clash that really puts you in the zone, edge of your seat, and really makes you focus, and I really like it. It's a very nice combination of mechanics that really give, honestly, what should be a relaxed turn-based game, quite a bit of pumping. Go, 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 I can do this, oh my god! And that is very nice. So here we found a terminal. We have to use Incognita to do this, because she is better at hacking, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's see if he can handle this one. He can handle this one. So hacking various terminals gets you power. What does power do? Well, power lets you access your robot called Incognita, and what she can do for me is hack various things around the facility and let me use them. Now, I could use Incognita to remove this, so Mr. Decker here could hack it with his inferior skills, but it's a waste of power. Managing your power throughout the facility is crucial, because if you find yourself in a situation where you are out of power and desperately need to turn off a security camera, for example, you are royally screwed. Not just commonly screwed, no peasant screwing, guys. No peasant screwing, just in case you were thinking about it. And you end up just getting absolutely wrecked by security details. So we're going to put him in there and have a little peek through here. Nothing too dangerous going on. Let's end our turn. So my Decker is really fast. I bumped up his ability to move spaces, so I can very much use him as a very efficient scout. So now we've gone up security level 1, basically what this now means is Incognita's going to require more power per thing that she helps me out with. And now that our guard has regained consciousness, very realistically, he's now like, guys, I was knocked unconscious, so he's pretty alert now. He knows something up, and he's going to be actively looking for us, which I am really a big fan of. Alright, so even Incognita can't do it now simply because of that firewall upgrade, so that's a shame. Okay, so we can now get access to some extra abilities at the cost of credits, which we can find throughout the mission and take in with us. So we can either break a firewall, or we can kill some daemons. And I'm not going to go fully into that. I don't want to completely talk about everything. Both of these, however, are very useful, though unfortunately I can't actually afford any of them right now, so we're going to have to leave them there. A lot of missions, you are basically encouraged to just scavenge what you can find and make do with the tools available to you throughout a level. So here we see a security camera, so I'm going to ask Incognito to disable that for us, as I would hate to be caught. And we're kind of in a position now where we need to make some haste and get on with our objectives. So I'm going to go over here and loot this safe. So as you can see, we have now acquired some extra money. So I'm going to send her back to this console and get ourselves a data blast, which is going to come in potentially very handy. I like to use the things you can buy during a mission sparingly. They're basically my oh shit, get out of jail free cards, because otherwise you end up using them kind of frivolously and it's a big waste of resources. You've got to manage your resources effectively to get through the campaigns. This is unfortunate. He has seen my agent and he's like, damn, what is going on? There's an agent over there. Oh no. And he will kill me next turn if I give him the opportunity to. However, I'm going to attempt
Damn it. An agent has been compromised.
to get to him.
Into enemy hands.
Yeah. So, basically, it is very punishing if you get caught. However, because of the difficulty that I am playing on, I'm allowed to press this rewind button and do my turn again, and hopefully do it better. Now this is where the game's pretty good, because you can play on this difficulty that has the rewind if you just want to experience the story and enjoy the game that you're playing, which is something quite a few people would be interested in. And then also at the same time, you can play on a much brutally harder difficulty where there is no rewinding. Your decisions are permanent, and if you mess stuff up, you mess stuff up, and that is a very cool thing because it very much adds to the intenseness of what you're dealing with. Okay, so now that we've cleared this room, we do need to get back over to this door, and we need to find a way of dealing with this now alerted and active security guard. We can hear him walking about the place, and we have a vague idea of where he currently is. So I'm going to go here and have a peek around the corner, and now I can see where he's at. So I'm going to hide him there, and then she should be able to get to a hidden position there. So what I'm going to do on him is set him into ambush mode. And what ambush... In fact, I'm going to do it on both of them, just in case he runs over here. What ambush mode will do is if a security guard walks past their location, that was very close, they will automatically put them down, so we don't have to worry about being caught. Just for safety reasons, I'm going to KO him again, and I love the art style in this game. This very almost colourful, but still kind of muted palette with, I don't know, it's almost drawn in a way, like a kind of living concept art, I guess is how I want to describe it. And the little zoom-in animations when you interact with guards are oftentimes quite a pleasure to behold. My only real complaint with the production value of this game is that some of the voices really aren't the best. They could do with being a little bit less sort of, oh, that's just some guy speaking to him into a mic, some lines, he has no idea what he's doing. The main lady that speaks to you all the time, fortunately, is very tolerable, but generally speaking, the voices are the biggest letdown in this game. So what I'm going to have to do here is try and figure out how to deal with this. So what I've done is open the door and obviously attracted this guy's attention. He's like, dude, the door's open! I should probably go and figure that out. So I can't set up ambush again because it's on cooldown. This is what I'm saying. It's all about managing your resources and your abilities. So I'm just going to have to kind of chill almost and hide behind here until I can do something a little bit better. I'm gonna hop over to him, in fact, and pin him down so he doesn't become a problem. Now she can ambush, so what I'm actually gonna do is send her to there and begin her ambush. We're very much waiting for a better opportunity here, but waiting like this, there we go, the ambush happening, lovely. Waiting like this does mean that we're piling on security levels, so now they've deployed extra cameras. So I'm going to have to do a quick sweep with Incognita and preemptively get rid of the 2 cameras that are going to become a problem. I can leave the one in there because we're not really going to go back in. So let's steal his valuables. We've got a security pass, which is good. And she's going to head into that terminal, and he's going to catch up and just kind of chill in the room. So you can see as you get more agents and there's a lot more guards and things get a lot more complicated, you're going to end up getting into quite hectic situations where every turn really does count. So we've got ourselves various things that we can buy. An upgraded neural disruptor, which is what lets us put guards down, and various other bits and pieces that make life easier for you, and all of them have their own cooldowns and uses, and it's best to just look through them, decide how you best want to use them, and get the ones that you favor. Different people will favor different tools, of course, depending on their style of gameplay and how they prefer to solve missions. If you've got the true stealthy types, the brute force take every security guard that you find types, which I kind of do favor. Nothing crazy going on in here, so we'll move to there and just make sure there's nothing around this corner. We are good, and she is going to have a little look in there. Nothing crazy going on, nothing that I'm really too keen on. This safe is potentially a good target, especially as it's only going to take 1 unlock. We may as well gain a little bit of moolah from it, so let's have a little bit of loot. Not that good, actually, and we may as well unlock this door just in case we need it for passage later on. So for now, we'll end the turn, and he is going to get back up and have a little wander around for us, which is definitely upsetting.
Not all nanofabs are created equal. You found a good one there.
Okay, Incognita, let's have a look. What have you got? Aha, yeah, so this is a much more advanced one, as she said. So this is very useful because this lets you take out guards that are heavily armored, and I'm a big fan of that, though actually I can't hold it at the moment, which was a big waste of money there. Basically every agent has their carrying limit, which you can upgrade at the end of missions, but fortunately I don't have anyone.
They're toggling the power onto some of the devices we've taken.
That is very, very awkward for us. Let's just get out of here and move on with the mission, I think is the sensible decision. So yeah, every agent can do a certain amount of items in their inventory, and unfortunately, I kind of forgot to engage eyes and realized that I couldn't do that. So the security level is increasing a lot, which is definitely a problem, and there's extra guards around the place. This is definitely a tricky situation. We found the exit. You have to get your agents safely to this portal to finish the mission. So at least we know where we're going to be gunning it to once we've got this. I love that they just don't notice this. The field of vision makes sense mechanically, but in terms of realism, it's just like, dude, of course you can see him. How bad is your profiterole vision? Exactly, that bad. I bet they don't even have chocolate on. I mean, who is profiteroles without chocolate, really? Okay, so we need to find our mission objective very swiftly here. We're going to find ourselves in a lot of trouble. So we'll go through here. Incognita, give us access to that, please, will you? We are a little bit low on the whole power front, but it shouldn't be that bad. And we'll give a little hack of that console. You can... what do I want him to do? I guess I'll go there, then I can at least open this door and attract any agents through. Alright, so we've seen that security camera. We want that gone. We'll hack that safe as well. Fortunately, I have quite a large amount of power, so this is good for me as I can basically use Incognita to do everything. But once you get to the stage where you are having to very much pick and choose what you use Incognita on, you're very much in a situation where you could end up just simply not having the power you require and having to do the mission again due to that fact, which does kind of suck when that happens. But you just gotta dust yourself off and try again, and it's all about efficiency and how well you organize the structure of your missions. Okay, so there's nothing ridiculous going on in this room for me. I've acquired enough stuff that it's fine, and I'm just gonna leave, because basically these missions are for you to just, oh god, that is not good, are for you to infiltrate, grab things that you might want for future missions, and then try and leave unnoticed. So she's just gonna go chill over there in the lift, and I am going to try my best to run like hell. No! God damn it, Decker. Damn it, Decker!
You know how much time and money has gone into that agent's training. I wouldn't have you wasting company resources that way. Get them back to the jet.
So we are going to rewind there. So you only get 5 rewinds per mission, which honestly is more than enough. So we're going to get him running over before it becomes a problem. She's going to head on over as well, and we're pretty much going to extract now. I've had my fill of what I want from this, but I do like that not every mission is a set objective. You can just do infiltrating for infiltrating's sake. So I'm kind of tempted to have a kill on him and just turn around and take him out, because otherwise I just don't have a way of leaving. I don't normally like using lethal means, I'll admit. I prefer to try and do it very stealthy-like, which is a good little challenge to set yourself, but unfortunately I don't really have a choice in that situation. It was kill or be killed, and I ain't dying today. We're bringing our agents home. So we get him into the escape lift, and away we go. So
You considered your purchases carefully. Wouldn't want you wasting the company dime on useless dreck.
Yep, thanks. Thanks, lady. Thanks. Appreciate it. So yeah, we infiltrated, got to the fab machines, got what we want, so I've acquired that sniper rifle now, and we have left the complex. So that's, in essence, how you're going to be seeing the missions. So now we have our CR, which is what we use on upgrading our agents. So as you can see, my speed on Decker is pretty damn good, and the hacking on International is a little bit good as well. And then we've got Monstra, who sells special things to us when he has them available. And we don't have any more agents at the moment anyway.
Damn it, we're running blind out here. I spent years building up our central network. We'd know exactly where.
Power reserves critical. Entry.
Carry on, operator. We'll figure.
Okay, so then we simply select which of the other missions we'd like to have a go at, and you just kind of progress through the game and eventually reach a pretty damn cool climax. So that's really all there is, in essence. A very fun, tactical, it seems simple on the surface, but there is a lot going on. It's a very satisfying game to play. I am enjoying it. Let me know what you guys think then. I'm a big fan. I am. And yeah, remember to like if you've enjoyed this. It really does help, and I do appreciate it. And subscribe for more. Goodbye.